Carlos.
We did it, baby!
Love you, Coach. Thank you so much.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Boys, what is going down? Welcome back to the channel. Very exciting weekend for men's physique because someone out of Brazil finally qualified for the 2023 men's physique Mr. Olympia, and it makes me very happy to say our boy Caike Pro has finally done it. Carlos de Oliveira, guys, is the most popular Brazilian men's physique pro on planet Earth, and I'm so glad he still competes in men's physique because he brings so much attention and love to the sport. The people love this guy. I love Carlos, man. I hopped on an interview with Carlos a couple years ago. He agreed to it right away. I'll never forget the little things like that. 19 hours ago, 100,000 likes, and probably even more, holding the Brazilian flag. Carlos de Oliveira wins the Los Angeles Grand Prix. And who did he beat? Joe Monge, who I covered recently in a video. He competed at the Wasatch Warrior, and I got to speak with Joe, see that physique in person, and Carlos de Oliveira takes down Joe Monge. This was the final two. They're having them switch around, compare the physiques, and let's look at these physiques, man. Let's break it down. Both these guys, fantastic core. Fantastic core. Both these guys, a wonderful chest, man. Both these guys are very good. 6-time Olympian with Joe Monge. Carlos probably a 4 or 5-time Olympian by now. From the back, this is very interesting. Carlos, I think, wins this shot because he's going up against a guy who doesn't have the best back. Saying that, I thought Carlos did bring a really nice package based off these videos, right? I wasn't there at the show, so it's hard for me to really see the conditioning and all that stuff since I am just looking at a video like you guys are, but this was a sick matchup, man. It's good to see Joe Monge again competing in the Los Angeles Grand Prix. He told me in Utah a week ago that he was going to show up to the show, and him getting second place next to Carlos de Oliveira is a really good finish for Joe Monge. I'm sure we'll see Joseph Lee qualify for the 2023 Olympia in due time. He has a wonderful shape. But Carlos is taking over, man. It's good to see Carlos win. I mean, Tri-City Classic, Arnold Classic, Mr. Olympia. None of the placings that he had in those shows were what I thought Carlos's potential was. I always thought he was greater than that he could do better. So it's really good to see this guy with crazy calves right alongside with Joe Monge win a pro men's physique show. Very, very exciting stuff. Shout out to everyone who's been sending me videos over the weekend of this show. I really appreciate you. These are the best clips that I found. And I think I just got these off a muscle contest showing the top 2 at this show. Crazy show, bro. Wicked ass physiques, man. Who do you like out of these guys? I'm always doing the talking, boys, and giving you my opinion, but comment down below. Who would you have winning this show? Do you like Joe Monge with the Asian aesthetics, beautiful core, super bubbly, or do you like Carlos de Oliveira with the crazy structure, big ass frame, about 6'1", straight out of Brazil? Again, from the back, both these guys don't have the best backs. Their fronts are way better than their back. But I think on this day or on this night, Saturday night, Carlos did bring a better overall package, showing maybe a little bit better conditioning. And then the structure of Carlos compared to Joe is just a little bit too dominant, man. And this is super cool. Right before he steps on stage, you guys can watch this video as I read off his new coach, and I believe their very first win together, Johnny Sebastian's post after the show. He says, "We did it. Our persistence, dedication, and Carlos never fucking give up mentality preserved today, and the stars aligned for us with the win. Congratulations, boys. This is freaking dope, dude. Officially qualified for the 2023 Mr. Olympia. We originally linked up after the 2022 Olympia just to work with each other for the off season. My brother and my best friend Omar Ventura, as you all know, Coach Carlos turned him pro, helped him get many victories in Olympia qualifications. Shortly after off-season started, Carlos got the invite for the 2023 Arnold Classic. I have a video of the Arnold Classic. If you have not seen that, type in Hart McGrath 2023 Arnold Classic. It'll pop up. You guys can watch my review. It was a dope video. We felt good chemistry with each other and decided as a unit, Carlos, Omar, and myself, Johnny Sebastian, to give it a try, with me taking the lead for the Arnold prep. We cracked the top 5 at the Arnold and decided to keep the momentum going. Took second at the Tri-City and just kept pushing. Remember the Tri-City Classic, Carlos de Oliveira lost to a very, very dangerous and upcoming rising star, Emmanuel Hunter. He says, and now here we are, back in the winner's circle for Carlos and back to the Olympia. Let's go, man. Carlos, over the last few weeks of Carlos's competing in these shows and giving us updates, one thing I love about Carlos, dude, is what Johnny said in the very fucking beginning of this, his never effing give up attitude. Every time Carlos didn't place where I thought he should have placed or where, you know, he had a disappointing finish, he kept his head so freaking high and he just said, on to the next one. Let's go. Never give up. Keep going. And that is such a strong mentality to have. And I hope other competitors, other people that are watching this video can take something from that, can take something from Carlos, because he truly is leading the way when he says stuff like that. And I respect the shit out of that, Carlos. He says, I definitely can't take all the credit here. Omar Ventura has been monumental in Carlos's success as a coach, which is very true, boys. He says, as a mentor to both of us, and Omar's my mentor. Omar's just mentoring everyone. Next thing you know, Omar's going to mentor my fucking dog. Carlos truly represents what it means to have the heart of a champion. After the 2022 Olympia and even the Tri-City, he could have hung his head down low, but he didn't. Carlos de Oliveira just kept pushing. I mean, guys, you have to understand, the very first time Carlos competed at the Mr. Olympia, he got 6th place. So a few years later in 2022, for him to drop all the way to 15th, that's heartbreaking, man. And I'm just so proud of this dude for keeping his head up. Carlos, we'll see you at the O, baby. You pulling up to Banks' call out? Tags Brandon Hendrickson. Brandon replies. He says, hey, when that clown has 3 titles, come and talk to me. Now let's talk about this. I think this is a very true statement by Brandon. Not the clown part. I mean, if you guys want to agree on that, that's fine. I'm not trying to get in that drama. All I'm saying is 3 titles is a lot different than 1. And 3 titles is a lot different than 2. I think what's crazy is just how quickly Erin achieved top status in the league. I mean, his very first year, how do you get 2nd place at the Olympia? Like, that's scary. And then to return to Olympia the year after and win again is freaky as hell. And that deserves a lot of praise. But he still has 2 more trophies to win, Mr. Olympia titles to win, before he can be, you know, in the ranks of Brandon Hendrickson. We have to be real about that. I think Brandon is right on that. And I found a recent video of our boy B. Henny training our 3-time men's physique Mr. Olympia, hitting some front delts here. Brandon says, since when did the waves stop? I'm asking for a friend. I love Brandon, bro. We talk every now and then through the DMs. Always show him some love, man. He's a 3-time Mr. O. I'll never forget when Brandon posted my Olympia review in 2020 of him beating Raymond Edmonds. I mean, that was huge. That got like 600,000 views, boosted by numbers like crazy. Brandon, I always love you for that, bro. He says, loving this phase of having consistent balance with my dietary wants and needs of LOL. Life is not all about getting on stage. It's about balance and mental stability as I find my way to continue reaching my goals while being able to enjoy life. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be consistent. Oof, I love that. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just be consistent. Consistency is fucking key, boys. And this is really interesting, man. I've been seeing some posts from both Jeremy and Brandon, and both of these guys are really supporting each other. And the reason why it's kind of funny is because back in the day, I mean, they were rivals, right? The last person Jeremy Buendia lost to, the person that took Buendia's Mr. Olympia title away, was Brandon Hendrickson. So to see this kind of evolve, the story evolve, men's physique evolve, we almost have this evil character, the bad guy, right? We have the antagonist, Erin Banks, as king right now, talking shit, show up 3 to 6 weeks before the Olympia. I don't care who you are. Let's do it. You know, and then we have Jeremy and Brandon, and it definitely feels like it's Jeremy and, it's Jeremy Buendia and Brandon Hendrickson trying to take out the current champ, Erin Banks. Do you guys kind of get that feeling? I mean, every time I look at Brandon's post, often or not, like I'm seeing Jeremy Buendia supporting him. And I've seen Brandon support Jeremy, which is crazy. Love to see it.
We just gonna call this another one.
Hey,
we gonna call this another one.
We have to scoop it up. We got it. Now it's time to go eat. Wait. Look at the trophy. Look at the trophy. Oh, shit. We in there, nah.
Delt King in the building.
Delt King in the building. We in here now. Delt King in the building. Come on, boys. Was this really surprising? I feel like Corey Morris is next fucking up. Can I say that again? Corey Morris, the Delt King, is next up. $3,500 check. Charlotte Pro winner. Corey Morris. How many shows is Corey gonna win? Boys, Corey Morris has officially made history in 2023. Corey Morris is the very first pro men's physique athlete to win 3 pro shows for the 2023 season. Won a show right around the Mr. Olympia in 2022. He won a show in Wasatch, in Salt Lake City, the Wasatch Warrior. I was there. I covered that. I interviewed Corey, did a video on that. Make sure you boys go check that out, man. Got a lot of good videos on the channel. And then this weekend, down in Charlotte, North Carolina, he defeats all these guys and wins again. Corey right now is unstoppable, and it just makes sense. There's no reason Corey, if he showed up 100% to this show, anyone was going to beat him. Unless Erin Banks is coming to this show, maybe Raymond Edmonds, Diogo Montenegro, who else? Maybe Edvon could give him trouble. I don't know, boys. Corey Morris is absolutely on fire, taking down again Ben Quill and a new guy I haven't talked about yet, Christopher Barr. He's just too much, man. Way too much. And I do want to shout out Alex Toplin for emailing these videos. I believe he said he had a client at the Charlotte Pro, and Alex, thank you for thinking of me, bro, because I get to show the community, what the stage footage looked like of the Charlotte Pro, of Corey, of Puanat Patoya on the far left, Ben Quill, Christopher Barr, all these guys. Alex Toplin, thank you for this video. And this was the shot, boys. This was your first call out. I don't know who far right was. Looking at this show, it doesn't look like a very deep show. So Corey coming into the show, obviously talking with his coach Cuts, it makes sense. Another win, another check. That's 3 Olympia qualifications. Another stolen qualification, boys, by Corey Morris. That's 3. I was saying Emmanuel was doing it with 2. Corey Morris has 3. Is there anyone else this year that's going to have 3 Olympia qualifications? Corey, I'm going to have to text your coach Cuts this morning and say, hey, man, are you guys shutting it down? Are you going to win 4 pro shows? Are you guys going to go for the record? Like, can someone look this up for me? Does anyone even know what men's physique pro in the history of men's physique has won the most shows in 1 year? I want to say it's Andre. Corey has 3 this year. Is he going to go for 4 or 5? I don't know. Stuff's crazy. I do want to read you this, though, because this is important. I don't know who said this to me, but someone says, bro, can't say how proud I am of you. The world is watching you go straight to the top, which is a fact. You guys have been watching me document this. You're a contender for the Mr. Olympia this year. I have no doubt. And I think there's a lot of you guys that would agree with that. He says, I never did. I've seen your journey and you deserve every ounce of victories you are reaping now. God bless you, my bro. This is your time. And as you watch Corey Morris, his pump up video for the 2022 Mr. Olympia, where he placed 8th in the world, which is like double what he's ever placed. Before it was like always 15th or 16th place, boys. And then all of a sudden, 8th place in the world is Corey Morris. Do we really believe that the judges are going to see this physique as a contender for the Mr. Olympia in 2023? Can Corey continue to keep improving this physique to be able to stand side by side in that top 2, 3, 4 next to Erin Banks? My opinion is this. If Corey comes to Olympia this year in 2023 and places in the top 5 or 6, that's a phenomenal year. That's incredible. I don't think he needs to win the Mr. Olympia to have the best year ever. I don't think he needs to even get second place, but to get from 8th into that top 5 would say a lot for Corey, the Delt King Morris. I'm going to end the video here, boys, and I do want to touch on something. A lot of people want me to start covering, some amateur guys, and I totally respect that. A lot of the reasons why I don't do that and cover some pros that I just don't cover is because a lot of you guys don't know about them, and if I make videos about people who no one knows, my videos won't get views. But saying that, maybe once a week what I could do, if you guys send me this, is do a little tiny segment, maybe at the end of my video, of an amateur guy getting ready to go pro who has a crazy physique. But this is the catch. 2 catches. 1, I need you to send me the guy. And 2, he needs to be fucking unreal. He has to be like wicked. He has to be a guy that looks like he's going to win junior USAs or nationals or whatever you call it. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be extremely badass. If you guys can find me those amateurs who is just like a genetic freak of nature, who looks like they already should be an Olympian, send them over to me. I would love to put them in the end of my video, man. If you guys are interested in coaching, man, I'm helping out so many dudes right now. Dude, like, it's so fulfilling to be able to help these guys and build a relationship with these men and progress their physiques, but also be there for them emotionally and watch them grow. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. If you're interested in coaching, please send me a DM on Instagram, just Hart McGrath. Say, yo, Hart, I'm interested in coaching, man. I want to level up. I want to get going this year in 2023. I would love to help you, and I'm here for you. Everyone that watched this video, man, thank you for being part of the men's physique community. What'd you think of the vid, man? What do you think of Carlos de Oliveira finally getting his Olympia qualification? What do you think of Corey Morris getting 3 Olympia qualifications, 3 fucking trophies, 3 checks? Corey, Venmo me a little bit of money, bro. Come on, boys. And then we have Brandon Hendrickson, and then he's telling Erin Banks, man, talk to me when you have 3 titles, which is a pretty legit statement. Guys, I'm going to get out here. I love you tons. Make sure you subscribe if you are new. It is 6:40 a.m. in the morning. Go attack the day. You know what I'm about to say. Eat your meals. Be kind to others. Do your cardio. Rest. Whatever you need to do to get better. I'll see you boys soon. I'm out of here.